and gentlemen, very, very funny guy. Welcome to the stage, Alex Stypula!
Alright. You know, they say that God has a plan for everybody. Apparently today's plan for me included taking a shit on my kitchen floor, using two of my cats as nunchucks, and smearing my blood all over the walls of my house.
And after all that, I just looked up and I was like, bro, you are pretty fucking good at this.
I just went to the doctor, told me I had to stop cutting myself. Said, you have all these deep cuts and lacerations all over your body. And I was just like, well then you find the microchips, asshole! People tend to get pretty pissed when they find you going through their garbage, which is why I always like to take a baby with me, hide at the bottom of the garbage can, and anyone ever confronts you, you just say, actually I was trying to save this baby you threw away. Came up with a game to replace Russian roulette. It's called American roulette. You put a loaded handgun into a microwave for 5 minutes and stand in front of it and turn it on. Next person puts it in for 6 minutes, etc., etc. Hey, did you know that just because you're going to a McDonald's dressed as Ronald McDonald doesn't mean they'll do anything you ask them to? Animal control just came to my house the other day. They said, you have too many pets. So I was like, alright, got out my gun, started shooting them in the head. And they said, well, you can't do that either. And I was like, well, which is it? Can I keep them or not? You guys like sports? Sports! I got kicked off the football team in high school because they said touching dicks wasn't an appropriate way to celebrate good plays. Dude, bro, you just said that good. Touch dicks. Touch dicks. I got kicked off the rowing team because I got confused between rowing and pirates. They frowned upon it when I jumped on the other boats and started beating the shit out of people. Turns out pirates isn't a sport. Tried out for the basketball team in high school, and it turns out that nobody's fooled just because you show up in a Larry Bird mask and a Celtics jersey. Nobody thinks you can play basketball. I used to have a cross-country coach that always used to say that no guts, no glory. But this fucking asshole wouldn't even let me wear intestines around my neck during the race. I used to have another coach that always used to say the mark of a true champion is measured in blood, sweat, and tears. So I was sitting in a sauna watching The Notebook and cutting myself. I never got a goddamn thing for it. I like to join a lot of clubs, like hobby clubs. I always tend to get kicked out of them, though. I got kicked out of my bird watching club because they found out about my blog called Birds That I've Murdered. Yeah, I like to watch birds and I like to kill them. And what's a big deal? What's a big deal? I got kicked out of my model train club because they didn't like it that I kept making model trains and the cattle cars going to Auschwitz pulled by Thomas the Tank Engine. And I got kicked out of my martial arts self-defense club because I kept shooting people to prove a point. And if you can believe it, I got kicked out of my pipe bomb enthusiast club because I said bombing abortion clinics was passé. But it is. And I got kicked out of my pedophile club because the boy that I was fucking turned 18. This is so hypocritical. I love this boy. I've been fucking him for years. So, I got kicked out of my Catholic mothers group too. I don't even have the damnedest idea why. You know, one phrase that tends to create a lot of confusion is, I want to be inside you. I just went up to this girl in a bar, I whispered in her ear, I said, I want to be inside you. She turned around and she said, are you insinuating that you want to have sex with me? And I was like, hey, no, you're fucking fat and gross and disgusting, and I want to be devoured. What the fuck is up? I figured you'd be hungry. What is so complicated about this? Yeah, I'm not too good at ladies. I just found out that girls don't like it when you tell them you want to cut a hole in their chest and have sex with their heart. And that really gets my goat. Because I was just trying to be sincere. A girl came up to me the other day, she told me she thought I was cute, and I was like, well, you want to go on a date? She said, no, I meant cute like a sick stray dog is cute. And I was like, well, a sick stray dog you would have sex with or what? Why don't you be specific? I was peeping in on this girl changing through her window the other day, and she confronted me, and I was just like, I went on my newspaper, man, Sally, and I'm just here to report the facts. gave me enough time to get away. But what is love? Is love that feeling you get when you and your partner decide to carve your initials into each other rather than into a tree? Because it's better for the tree! Or is love that feeling you get when you actually get a girl to come home with you and you're in your bed, you're just about to have sex, you say you can't have sex without wearing a Michael Myers mask and holding a kitchen knife, and she starts crying? Is that love? Or is love the feeling you get when you put on a jumpsuit with nothing underneath, and you put honey on your nipples, and you put a ferret down it and zip it up? Is that love? Is it? Yes. Or is love the feeling you get when you look deep into someone's eyes and you realize that someday you're going to have to murder them so no one else can ever have them? Or is love the feeling you get just after you finish jacking off to dinosaur porn? You look over at your pet iguana and you wonder, what if? You know, aside from doing this, I play in a really awesome band. It's called Young Adolescent Boys Getting Fucked Hard by Older Men. Google us. My name's Alex.